How y'all doing, man? I appreciate this moment. My name is Rudolph Rockhead Johnson, former original Compton Crips. Spent over 19 and a half years incarcerated. Got out in 1992. Jim Brown saved my life, and Jim Brown felt that if he could change the mindset of a predator from a negative to a positive, and to put that person right back in the same community he terrorized as a positive, he's just as effective in a positive way as he was in a negative way. He created a program called American Foundation for Social Change that teaches the responsibility of self-determination. Once I understood myself and dealt with my childhood conditioning, it allowed me to be the man I am today. And that man I am today, I'm known as Coach Rocc, ICANN All-Stars. I created the ICANN All-Stars in 1994-95. Some youngsters on my street on the west side of LA asked me to take them to a basketball game, Slammer Jam, at the Long Beach State Pyramid, and I took them. I felt that they were better than most of the kids playing. But because they were at risk of gang members going to continuation schools, or their parents couldn't afford to pay for the tournament fees, I felt obligated to help these young people. I knew nothing about basketball. When I say I'm a street person, I'm a street person. When I say I'm a former original Compton Crip, that's who I am. And I knew nothing about basketball, but something told me to help these young people. So I went to Izzy Washington and told Izzy Washington I would like to get in this next tournament. So we ended up going to the Watch Summer Games, recruited kids. I didn't know how to talk to kids because I knew nothing about this game. But what I did understand is the more kids I could get, the better opportunity I could save lives. And I created the ICANN All-Stars. Went to Jim Brown, told him I'd like to take a group of kids to Vegas. He told me to put a budget together. I have 7th grade educational level. 7th grade education level. I said, what's a budget? I had no idea what was a budget. You talking about a kid that went to jail in 7th grade and got out at 35. And now I got to do things I've never done before. So Dwayne Cooper's played for the Lakers, USC. Jeremiah Adams went to Vernon, Oregon. Got drafted, I think, by the Chicago Bulls. Went overseas 10 years. I reached out to them brothers through my associates, and they helped me build. They helped me understand what budget. They helped me understand how to prepare our kids and get them in these certain situations. And that's how I got in basketball. Since I've been in basketball since 94, 95, I've gotten over 200 kids to Division I schools as an independent program. I have not charged a kid ever to be a part of ICANN All-Stars. Most programs, shoe companies, other big-time programs, they charge their kids. Yeah, the shoe company take care of the elite teams, but what about all the other teams? Most of them teams have been charged $2,500 to $4,000 for 8 weeks of basketball, which is unheard of, but it's done across the board. And I refuse to charge kids, and I've been totally successful. I have a 501c3. I raise money every year to make sure my kids are seen at the highest level. Since I've been doing this, I helped 6 kids who came from my program, went to the NBA. Paul George, Derek Williams, Jordan Hamilton, Darius Morrison, Hassan Adams, one of my first kids. I mean, this is what I do. I bleed this. I've been doing it so long, I don't know how to stop. I don't make no money out there. No money in this for me. It's about saving lives, giving young people an opportunity they never had in their life. Imagine 15 years ago when you get 4 or 5 young men who plays in basketball and they go to one city to another. Before Uber came around, they get on a bus or the train. And they get off that bus or train to go to a community, the police may think they're gang members because it's 4 or 5 young people. The neighborhood, they want to go to the gym, play basketball, asking what set they from, what hood they from. I wanted to stop that myth. I wanted to show people that these young people can go to these other neighborhoods and compete at the highest level. And this is what it's about.
So, you basically, well, first of all, I appreciate you. Thank you for taking the time out to sit with us and give us your story. It was important for me to get this opportunity because I've been around the game for a while, and you're one of the pioneers because you've been around for so long. So I definitely want to give you your flowers. You've had Paul George, Derek Williams, Hassan Adams, Darius Morris, Josh Hamilton,
Jordan Hamilton.
I'm sorry. something that you don't even get the credit for. What fuels you? What gave you the drive?
I mean, not having to meet for me. I mean, all my life I was told I'd be nothing. All my life. I said I'm supposed to be dead at 16, 17 years of age. I'm 60 years old now. I'm 60 years old when I was told. I've been shot 11 times. I did my last 8 years in the shoe unit in a hole in state prison. I've been stabbed in state prison. But I'm still here. So what drives me is these young people. When I see a young man go to college, I see college coaches recruiting kids as a part of my stable. That's what drives me not to ever want to give up. And I'm going against everybody. I'm going against the shoe company. I'm going against the big wheel, people who money. I don't have money, but I figure out ways to make sure I can get my kids maximum exposure. When I say I got kids in college, I'm talking about from Georgetown. I'm talking about from Georgia Tech. I'm talking about from Michigan. And I'm talking about for every little mid-major in this country. I've had great kids. I have hundreds of kids play overseas professionally. I mean, and what drives me, again, is when I'm able to see kids succeed and excel. I got a kid named Ronald Armstead. He was sleeping in the car, Fremont High School. And some kids said, Rocc, man, Ronald's sleeping in the car. So what I did was, I drove by at 1 in the morning, I saw him, I picked him up, told him to come with me, man. Went and talked to his grandmother, said, look, if I could bring him back in a week, will you let him in the house? He said, if he act right. So I had to deal with him for that week to help him understand that he's a kid, he's a young man, and his grandmother's raising him. And once he started understanding that, he went back home. Not only did he go back home to his grandmother, he ended up going to LMU on a full scholarship ride. And went to LMU. After his first year, he was okay. He wasn't a great player, he was an okay player, 6'5", 6'6" wing. And they said, Rocc, we want to give him a partial the following year because they was getting better players in. I said, for me, can you at least let him keep his scholarship? They said yes. 2 years later, they was losing players, injury. They came back to him and asked him, hey man, Ronald, we need you. He came back and helped that program. This young man right now today got a double degree going for his third degree. This young man right now is a counselor in Orange County, probably making over $200,000 a year. And imagine if I wasn't there for him. Another kid, Tony Freeland, Fremont High School. He's literally knocked people out of games. Literally. Some people told me about him. So I snatched him up. He looked at me like, who's you? And I looked at him and smiled. I'm Rocc Johnson. He went to DePaul University. At his graduation, the head coach came to his graduation, and the principal said, I don't know why you want him. All you're going to do is fight and smoke weed. And I did everything I can not to strike that principal. How dare you in Fremont, the heart of East LA, and you're going to downgrade a kid who's leaving your school to have an opportunity at a high level and trash him in front of a head coach like that? That shit wasn't right. But we got over it. He ended up going to DePaul University. Another kid, Big 50, Tyrone Riley, Grape Street Watts, had his girlfriend pregnant at 15. Parents died. Parents involved in gangs, prison. Star baseball player, star football player, and star basketball player, but he was a 6'8" animal. And everybody was scared of him. So his homeboy from Grape Street reached out to me. And I went to his game. After the game, I walked up to him. The kid told me, all right, Pops. He said, who the fuck is you, cuz? On Grape Street, get out my face. And I looked up at him. I know you're not talking to me, young fella, but I like your energy. He looked behind me, his homeboy's laughing. Oh, my bad. Oh, no, you the big homie. They told me, no, I'm not the big homie. I'm Rocc Johnson. I'm Rocc Johnson. I'm here to help you help yourself. His grades were so messed up, I had to send him along LA City College. Ended up going to University of San Francisco. Played 2 beautiful years. Went overseas, broke records, went overseas for 7 years. Came back from overseas and called me and said, Rocc, man, what you did for me, I want to do for my own community. Now he's the head coach of the school he terrorized, the school he gangbanged all his life, the projects. He the head coach of that school. What more can you ask for? That's why I can't quit. That's why I can't give up. When I can change young men's lives and show them there's a better way. Again, I do it because I never had a me for me. Larry Anderson, that's my special one. Long Beach State, Long Beach kid, struggled in life. Mom had a stroke, going through some stuff. Xavier was recruiting them when they had Sean Miller. And Sean Miller ended up going to Arizona. So we chose Long Beach State. Freshman of the year, all first team freshmen, first team everything at Long Beach State as a freshman. He broke every record they ever had. He broke every record. It's as a freshman year. Ended up tearing his knee up. Tearing his knee up the next year when we felt I should have told him to leave that year. Dude ended up going to Belgium after he graduated with his degree. Hey coach, I ain't making much, but I'm gonna send you $200 a month. Nigga, I don't want your money, man. I didn't do this for the money. When Paul George played for me, when Derek Williams played for me, when Jordan Hamilton played for me, when Hassan, I didn't ask them kids for nothing because I didn't do it for that reason. They know where I come from. They know I don't have no resources. They know what ICANN stands for. And they know the opportunities I've given them over and over again. Even go back to Big 50, Tyrone Riley. Imagine he was 15 when I got him, and his woman was pregnant. Well, the baby she was pregnant with, well, he's 15. Top 40, 2024 kid in the country. Top 40. Now imagine if I didn't give him Tyrone that chance, will he be there for his son? He's there for his son every day. This is his other baby boy right here. He's with his son. He got a daughter. Just finally got a daughter. This is what I give. So people might talk the way they talk or feel the way they feel, but you're not going to stop ICANN. Because ICANN teaches the responsibility of self-determination. That each of us help the other become better. If I'm sponsored or not, I'm going to be consistent in what I do. I'm going to be consistent. Everybody ain't going to be me. You can't be me. But I know I can be who I am. And my passion, my love, and my drive of helping young people. Even here with the Drew League right now. I've been in Drew League almost 25 years. I won one of their leagues before, but I never won the Summer League. But I won it last year. And they gave us this ring right here, man. That's the Drew League championship ring. My initials on the bottom. ICANN All-Stars on the side. First time in the history of Drew League, they honor us with rings. So if I can't repeat this year, I'm still the first one with that damn first ring. That's all that matters. But I plan on repeating. And most of the teams, out of the 24 teams in the Drew League, I promise you, all but 2 teams, you got a former ICANN player on that team. You got a former ICANN All-Stars player on that team.